Tier 3 Alphas and Tier 6 Basics are revealed after the 6-star rank up. Are changes coming to the Summoner Sigil? And Abyss of Legends is teased! Yes, hello everybody and welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news for Monday, the 2nd of December 2019. Before the news gets underway, please remember to support the channel by hitting the like button, commenting down below, and not to mention putting post notifications on all. Thank you very much. But without further ado, let's get into the news. The first bit of news and reminder is that we've only got 24 hours until these Cyber Weekend deals expire. And I can just hear live in my ear that we can go over to Chris LaFleur for his hot take on the Cyber Weekend deals. How's it looking over there, Chris?
Well, hey there, Rich. Thanks a whole lot. This is LaFleur. Thanks for having me on Marvel Contest of Champions news. Guess what? It's been raining deals here on Cyber Weekend, and I'm just counting out the cash that it's going to take to buy all these deals. We got Nexus Crystals. We've got T5B. We got T2A. All can be yours for the low, low price of your hard-earned cash and your soul. All for digital goods. Well, you know we're all addicted to the game. We can't help but spend when they give us juicy Nexus Crystals. Juicy Nexus. Back to you, Rich.
Hey Chris, what have you got in that that Deadpool head of yours?
Shall we? Oh.
It's money. Who knew? No, you don't. You suck. Comedy. But in a little bit more serious news to this kind of Cyber Weekend deals thing, and I thought that Command would try and make them swap against people that maybe changed their titleage, but unfortunately it was a case that they weren't doing that, and like it was just confirmed here that unfortunately if you were seeing whatever deal it was on Friday, you became Cavalier over the weekend, you would not see improved Cavalier based stuff, the same with uncollected or any kind of title, which it sucks. I'm sorry that's the case. In more positive news, and we did it, we got 1 billion fights. So well done to everybody that got 1 billion fights, because, hey, community goals, we did it. We got those free AQ maps. Really handy, because I don't want to spend my battle chips. I want to get gold. I've got big rank ups to do in December. So, yeah, long may it be free for a time. In other news, and the Summoner Sigil, something that did have mixed opinions when it was put in, and the fact is, it's been okay. There are kind of times where I feel it's going to run stale, and I'm glad of it, but at the same time, it does come with a cost, which is obviously the downside. But a feedback has been sent out over the last couple of months, and it seems that this is only intensifying. As you can see here, shout out to Slayer of Gods for sending this through to me, and it just talks about so many different things. Whether or not people feel that the value is there in the product. Obviously, this survey is meant to be applicable to your own game experience in the game. But the fact is there could be some things that you would like to see in there that aren't exactly in there. Something that they've trialed back along was a Doctor Doom like one-shot crystal, like the Cavalier, featured Cavalier crystal for that champion for 300 units before it actually got released into the crystal store. Either way, it gives you a bit of perspective where they may be going with these things. Obviously, this creates a paywall to a lot of stuff that players are kind of shouting out, like the fact that we had the gold quest. Not to mention the fact that there's a few other things here or there which we would get early access to if we were in the Summoner Sigil. We had the Summoner Sigil. If there was going to be anything like an increased tiering or price to get something more exclusive, these are still some things that are rumored, could be happening, will not be happening, but still it's a ever-going flux of, is this going to be a very much more money-driven, for the point of membership type game? I think these questions here, or this question with these type of answers, does leave me with a bit of kind of like, oh, this is a bit kind of scary, especially if you talk about early access to monthly quest content, which, let's face it, if you're saying, well, we got in there a week early, it's like, well, that's not really fair, but I suppose they're just throwing these out there as ideas. Exclusive discounts on items, that's already in there. More quest content. Like, the fact is, like, if we're talking anything more than the gold quest, would be a little bit more. But do bear in mind, this is all based on just throwing random suggestions up there. I just don't know if that would be overly fair going forward, but we'll see how much of strength these surveys actually have. On to our next story. We've had an issue with purchase limits. Command Mike says we're aware of an issue that will be live with our Cyber Weekend unit bundles. Each of these bundles in the unit store has a purchase limit. When you reach that purchase limit, the package does not disappear right away. If you attempt to purchase it again, you'll receive a pop-up that states the offer has expired, refreshing. this can be remedied by leaving the unit store and then returning. This will not affect your ability to purchase any of these special offers the intended number of times, or result in any accidental purchase of unit packages without extra items. Not too important obviously, but those that are purchasing loads of them may kind of go like, oh, why is it still there? I can still get more. No, you can't. That's just how it's gonna roll. Also to my Brexit bros, the British guys and British girls that play MCOC, that are gonna be buying with iTunes cards based on like going to Tesco's today. I'm gonna be going in a moment after I've finished Marvel Contest of Champions news and see if it's available. I'm not quite sure 100% if the offer is going to be there. It's not on the website, which probably means it's in store. So I'm hoping that when I go there, go to like the checkout, or just kind of go up there and say, oh, it's reduced, or I'll have to go to like the counter. But I'll let everybody know probably in the second video for today. It's going to say yay or nay with that offer. And obviously tomorrow is when it will expire to get the decent stuff in game. But I'll let you know as well, because people may want to buy iTunes vouchers in the UK, iTunes cards in the UK at a reduced price. So I'll let you know. Now the news, and oh my god, yes, it is the first ever rank 3 6-star. Look at that prestige as well. Look at the fact that we now have tier 3 alpha, as well as like tier 6 basic catalysts. But the thing is, and the fact is, the tier 6 is already being confirmed and like teased for a while. If you went to Google and searched tier 6 catalyst, that actual shape was there for a long ass time. I'm not 100% sure on the tier 3 alpha. I think that might have been in the game files for a long time, especially because stuff has been data mined over the years. That could have been in there for a long time. Obviously this is great for the game that this is processing at the speed it is. Unfortunately, in order to kind of meet up with the current standards to say that you're actually hitting that, you have to be, number one, putting in a lot of money, or number two, being in the top alliances. It does obviously help to have the kind of balance between you're paying, you're kind of catching up, but at the same time, you know, you're not making those huge gains. Also, like, look here, like the fact is right down here and here, the fact is it's a huge amount of gold in order to rank up and level up these champions. So the fact is, I think the Kabam need to address this. We need to have a gold arena of some kind, or a better way. I understand that variants give out a huge amount of gold each time, but there's going to be those that really want to kind of get more from it. So it either says, right, you've got to be an intensive arena grinder, or you're going to be selling a lot of your ISO in order to make this. Either way, I think there maybe should be a little bit more bump or oomph to the gold, as much as we kind of go deep into ranking up these champions at you know, 6-star and more rarer. But what are your thoughts? Put them in the comment section down below. On to our next story, and it's Abyss of Legends being teased. Now, Abyss of Legends, it's meant to be like Labyrinth of Legends, but on some sort of narcotics, which is basically intended to not make you complete it there and then, unless you're a huge supermassive whale and you're able to kind of put up a lot of money to kind of go like, okay, even though there's going to be trollishness to this, I've got some really kick-ass champions. But this is very much all about skill orientated rather than over damaging, having stronger champions than the content you're grinding. I think from what I've heard from Kabam talk about this, they want to make it as frustrating as possible. This is an interactive game. The word fun never really kind of comes into it. But yeah, it's going to really require you to have different champions. It's not going to be about one synergy team, one section of champions. It's all going to be about having, I don't know, 5 champions, different types of kit applied to each individual of them. So they're kind of individuals. And it's a case of like, you know, swipe back when you need to swipe back, hit in when you need to hit in, block, block, parry, parry, tappy, tappy, swipe, swipe. Stuff like that. But anyway, what are your thoughts on this impending doom coming in? Put it in the comment section down below. Do you think that they may go a bit too far with this? Do you not really care? What are your thoughts? Have your say. Now on to our final story, and that's arena predictions. Check out the predictions down here at the moment. This is based off of what I have seen in these following stills. This player put up 1.8 mil and got Doctor Strange, which I think is very much what we're going to see in the round 2. Well done for getting him. Now, not 100% on the language barrier side of things, but it looks like this player put up 57 mil in order to pick up this Mr. Fantastic at 5-star, which is great. So I probably think that's going to be something around the same. I think 60 mil in round 2 will be acceptable for this champion. And with the 4-star version, it looks like you get him for 10 mil flat. However, though, with the round 2, I don't think that's too safe to bank on. So 10.5 mil and maybe 11 mil to be completely safe. To have a 4-star version of Mr. Fantastic may be a good idea. And there we have it. Thank you very much for everybody that came to watch Marvel Contest of Champions news. Make sure you're hitting the like button, subscribe button, post notifications on all. And as well, thanks to Chris LaFleur for taking part. Check out his channel in the link in the description. Also, check out some other content here. I'm now going to pop down to Tesco's and find out whether or not they've actually reduced down those iTunes cards as they said on that particular leak offer. So fingers crossed on that one, and I will be doing an opening, which will either be today or it will either be tomorrow around about 3 p.m. UK time. So that is my plan at the moment, but there's other content I need to make right now. Have a great day, whatever you're doing. See you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.